Speaking of some unchristian-like behavior, a lot of right-wing snowflakes are whining about Michelle Wolf hosting the White House Correspondence Dinner.
She was just on fire.
Everyone flipping out. The reason people are pissed, I can only assume, is because all the jokes were true. By the way, this is an event to celebrate the First Amendment, so nevertheless.
How do they hate people who are vulgar, but they love the President of the United States?
Well, because they don't hate people that are vulgar. They hate people that disagree with them.
Hey, she's just telling it like it is. I think you guys would love that if you were in a Trump, right?
Yeah.
Flint hasn't fixed the water.
That was the last thing she said. Flint still doesn't have clean water.
Puerto Rico's still in shambles. And she took shots at a bunch of different targets.
And just a reminder to everyone, I'm here to make jokes. I have no agenda. I'm not trying to get anything accomplished. So everyone that's here from Congress, you should feel right at home.
There you go. That's an easy lob.
Nice, solid opening joke.
I feel so cool that I met her. Like, I feel so cool that I got her water. Like, I'm like, wow.
She's legit.
She was in here a little while ago.
She just did Hilarities earlier this year.
Yeah, she came in.
Or maybe late last year. One of the others.
I think late last year.
Yeah.
Feels like it was just yesterday.
It was just yesterday.
We've got our friends at CNN here. Welcome, guys. It's great to have you. You guys love breaking news, and you did it. You broke it. Good work. The most useful information on CNN is when Anthony Bourdain tells me where to eat noodles.
That's good.
She's so funny, man.
And how come they don't talk about that? Like, she's getting all this pushback, but how come the Republicans that hate CNN aren't being like, but you did a good job with making fun of CNN?
Because it's all made up. Right. It's just so silly. If you're a Trump fan, by the way, since when did you give a wet tampon about decorum? That's all the... Dennis Miller, who I'm still trying to like Dennis Miller.
Why? Why?
Just because he did a hard right-wing pivot doesn't make him any less funny of a comic, I don't think. Again, you know how some people are still trying to be with Kanye? That's how I am with Dennis Miller. I'm still trying to be with Dennis Miller because I've been a fan for a long time. But people are roasting him because he said, I'm going to look up Michelle Wolf and then I'll have some sick burns for her on Wednesday. Like, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
The most out-of-touch tweet ever.
I mean,
sick burns.
Yeah. I'm going to take the weekend in a couple days during the week, and then, Michelle, you're going to get it.
You are going to get it.
It's so ridiculous.
She made fun of Hillary. And listen, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I'll get to that in a minute because that's what everybody's allegedly pissed off about. But every single one of her targets, by the way, earned these jokes. They've earned every single joke. So, anyway, at least it put Michelle Wolf on a lot of people's maps.
Which is exactly... This is... Her moment right now is similar to when Amy Schumer was getting all that pushback when she did the Charlie Sheen roast.
And Kathy Griffin.
Well, Amy Schumer made fun of Ryan, made fun of Steve-O and said that she wishes he had died, not Ryan Dunn.
Right. That was the first... I hated her after she said that, but then I watched her.
But people got really mad at her, but they started going to her shows, and that was the thing that really put her on the map. And I think that's this moment for Michelle.
This is a thankless gig. This White House correspondent, Colbert's done it. Imus did it when Clinton was president. He made fun of him right there. Who else has made... people made fun of Obama.
Minaj did it last year.
They get these Daily Show cats because they're at least politically kind of minded or whatever, but they're still comedians first and foremost. And obviously, if you watch, depends on what you watch, what you listen to. Fox and Friends. She bombed.
She didn't.
She didn't bomb. She crushed. There's plenty of laughs there.
We've got MSNBC here. MSNBC's new slogan is "This is who we are." Guys, it's not a good slogan. This is who we are is what your mom thinks the sad show on NBC is called.
See? Good.
Did you watch This Is Who We Are this week? Someone left on a crock pot and everyone died.
Yeah. Everyone dies when that crock pot goes off. Rip Milo.
Watch Morning Joe every morning. We now know that Mika and Joe are engaged. Congratulations, you guys. It's like when a Me Too works out.
Which is true. It's so true.
Were they in the audience?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Because Mika tweeted, like, I can't believe this was too over the line. And
Yeah, these women. Well, she tweeted. A lot of people
about
tweeted.
Sarah Sanders.
Yes.
She didn't even say anything wrong.
Well, she took a lot. I mean, she's sitting right there on the dais looking at her.
That's what I love.
She said things very, very right, is what she did. And
That's what I'm saying. People are pissed
People
because she
can't take
didn't.
it,
These
yeah.
weren't lies. These were jokes based in truth.
But she does look like that one lady that she compared her to. There was like a side-by-side comparison on Twitter.
See, but I don't even think that was as much about the way she looks as much as her role. If you watch Handmaid's Tale, you know
right.
that role is very similar to what Sarah Sanders does.
You can't, by the way, you can't bully the press secretary for the President of the United States, who was too scared to show up himself, BT dub.
Which is one of her...
Guy wasn't there.
Didn't she do a joke about that?
Sure.
Yeah, that was my
These
favorite
people
one.
are fully complicit. So people are like, oh, she sat there and took it like a champ. Like, yeah. Why wouldn't she? I mean, and I've said this. I'm strangely attracted to Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Ew.
But don't give me this hooey that she's somehow
Strangely
hurt by all
attracted.
this. Listen, I'm conflicted about it, too. She's a ball buster.
We also, Rachel Maddow, we cannot forget about Rachel Maddow. She's the Peter Pan of MSNBC. But instead of never growing up, she never gets to the point.
Also very funny.
Rachel Maddow is like going to Target. You went in for milk, but you left with shampoo, candles, and the entire history of the Byzantine Empire. And of course, Megyn Kelly. What would I do without Megyn Kelly? You know, probably be more proud of women. Megyn Kelly got paid $23 million by NBC. Then NBC didn't let Megyn go to the Winter Olympics. Why not? She's so white, cold, and expensive, she might as well be the Winter Olympics.
Ouch. Ah, boy.
It is kind of crazy that the Trump campaign was in contact with Russia when the Hillary campaign wasn't even in contact with Michigan.
Here's the Sarah Huckabee Sanders stuff.
And of course we have Sarah Huckabee Sanders. We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia on The Handmaid's Tale. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies.
I love that.
That's great.
Like little
And I'm
trailing
not
off
really
maybe it's
sure
lies,
what
it's
to
lies.
call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You know, is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it Cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women?
I love it.
Oh, I know, Aunt Coulter.
Aunt Coulter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, so
That's
she took a
great.
whole bunch of heat for, you know, Mr. President, I don't think you're very rich. You might be rich in Idaho, but in New York, you're doing fine. So Mike Pence is what happens when Anderson Cooper isn't gay. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, so all
good.
the people who have been abjectly mute over the stuff that the president has said the whole time. And
Oh,
apparently
let's keep in mind over the
they're
weekend.
getting in their cry closet now over Michelle Wolf.
Or like last week sometime, he was saying that it's hard to watch the Paralympics. This is the guy that they voted for. He said, oh, those people are so brave. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch them out there doing the Paralympics. Can't really sit through it, but I tried to. That's what he says.
Well, I saw people tweeting, you know, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she's a wife and a mom, and she was humiliated on television. I'm like, so Stormy Daniels,
Yeah.
she's a wife and a mom. Didn't stop you dudes from calling her a slut and a pig and all this
Threatened
stuff.
to kill
so,
her.
Yeah, whatever. So, you know.
You know, it's his wife and a mom? Hillary Clinton.
Ooh.
Yeah,
No,
she's-
she's not.
yeah.
She's a heartless wench. Are you kidding me?
Wife and mother.
And even worse,
Confirmed.
the organizer of the White House Correspondence Dinner apologized, by the way.
For having her?
Yes.
Oh,
She's like,
man.
well, it didn't embody the spirit of the night. It's like, what are you talking about? And again, it's a thankless gig. When you take it, it's kind of a deal with the devil because you're like, a lot more people are going to know who I am. But you spend the next week just taking shrimp
Oh,
from
yeah.
people, and it's, you know.
Just say it real quick.
I'm trying to eat nuts. Say what? The YouTube stuff again?
Yeah.
All right, like and subscribe. If you like what we do and want to subscribe, there's probably something down here. Whatever, right? Thanks.